forever. BASF, tape that lasts forever.
There's John Telchik, the Eagle punter. His first effort was a dandy. Well, this was his first effort, and this was not a dandy. This is in pregame.
Well, you know, he really didn't even kick in the pregame. In fact, he didn't kick all week because of that knee. He said he was going to save it for the game. This was the first one that he tried in a week, and that one didn't look too good.
Not so graceful. Flag on the play as Sims was back to throw. He is sacked by the Eagles. Clyde Simmons, Reggie White, and Mike Pitts all there, but a penalty marker down.
Hey, and it's against the Giants. That's what a quarterback calls an avalanche.
Hands, number 76 offense. Penalties decline. Suck it down.
That's against Jumbo Elliott, the left tackle. And you're going to see the hand come right up now to the head of Clyde Simmons here. You see, boom, right there. They call him for that left hand to the head. But if you're the quarterback and you see 3 white jerseys on you, that's what the quarterbacks call an avalanche. That was a lineman. Man, that was an avalanche came back on me that time.
Second down, they decline the penalty, take the sack, and Sims is going to throw again. A sailor intended for Howard Cross, and it took off. He's 6'6", but it was 5 feet beyond his reach.
You notice there's nothing that will fire up a defense and nothing will fire up a crowd like a sack. I mean, this Eagle team came out, looked a little lethargic. In fact, I thought they looked lethargic all Monday night. Looked a little lethargic here. Boom, they get that sack. Now it looks like this whole joint comes to life.
When they couldn't get it in and had to settle for the field goal earlier, and now that sack, and now you can feel, as you say, the crowd and the team is really hopped up. After Sims again, and incomplete. Intended for Stephen Baker, and Sims was hit by Reggie White just as he let it go.
Reggie White came right up the middle over Bart Oates. That's the thing they got to get. Here's Reggie White here. He's going to come boom right up the middle. And I'll tell you, that is what they have to do. If they're going to protect Sims, they got to get him blocked. You see White right up the middle. He splits that thing. Now once here he gets a full step. Now watch what he does to Phil Sims. Doink.
Landetta back to punt. Henry Williams, Gizmo. Deep for the Eagles. Signaling fair catch makes it. The Eagles take over at their own 34 as their defense comes to life.
This is a fired-up Eagle defense now and a fired-up crowd.
Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, packed. As you look down from the Goodyear Blimp America. Based in Houston, pilot Mark Kynette at the controls today. The Giants lead 3-0 on a 25-yard field goal by Allegre. Cunningham, look out for Lawrence Taylor. You never saw it coming. From that backside where he can be just lethal.
Hey, watch Lawrence Taylor here. He rushes with great speed right here. He's just going to come around that backside of Cunningham. He goes right around Matt Darwin right there. Keeps working. And again, he's going for Cunningham. If Cunningham didn't step up and throw, he was going to lose the ball.
He didn't see him, but I think he felt him.
He felt him, and he knew that was coming, and he had to step up.
Second and 10 Eagles, their own 34. Hand off to Tony, nothing there. At the line of scrimmage, no gain. There's Reggie White, the minister of defense.
That last hit he had on Phil Sims, that was the first time he lined up over the center. And I would think we're going to see a lot of him over the center today.
Why do they do that?
Well, they do it to get a man-on-man situation. Because they put him over the center, cover both guards. Now they have to have man somewhere in their pass protection.
Third possession when he plays against Randall Cunningham.
The defense is taking over. Now look, they have two defensive linemen here. Then they use Taylor here and Banks here. So that gives them the 4 rush men. Now, that's what they play in passing situations now. 2 defensive linemen in the middle and Taylor and Banks as a defensive end. And this is what it gives them. When he starts to scramble, they have speed and containment.
Telching back to kick. Megan will have a chance to operate with this one. He gets into Eagle territory, out of bounds by Reichenbach at the 44. Taylor was double-teamed when he got that last sack on Cunningham.
I think most of the time, Taylor is going to be double-teamed. Look at this quarter. If you're a quarterback like that, we'd all want to sack something like that. But you can look at him. In the last 7 games against Philly, he has 37 tackles and 14.5 sacks. So you wonder, why does Buddy Ryan say we have to block 56? Because he's been there before.
He is one of those guys you always say. In fact, Cunningham said yesterday, when I get up or start up the line of scrimmage, I want to know where he is. Sims to Anderson. Maybe a yard. Jerome Brown made the stop. That's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Giants 3, the Eagles nothing.
Charges the Niners against the Saints. A Superdome shootout today.
I guess Jennifer and I were like any young couple, excited knowing that we'd soon have our first child. I'm Terry Hogue of the NFL's Philadelphia Eagles, and this is my wife, Jennifer. I was fortunate enough to be there in the delivery room as Christopher was being born. And in that moment of joy and love, I suddenly realized that our world had been shattered.
The expressions on our doctors' faces told us something was wrong. We learned our son would survive, but he only had 1 kidney, and his lower left side below his waist had not developed.
But we also came to the realization that there are parents who must face the same challenges we did without the resources to give their children.
But the United Way agencies here in Philadelphia are helping children like Christopher.
And now I'd like for you to meet our son, Christopher. The surgeries he's had helped correct his right leg, and you are giving children just like Christopher that same chance at life when you give to the United Way. United Way. It brings out the best in all of us.
This message furnished by the National Football League.
CBS Sports coverage of the National Football League is sponsored by the new generation of Oldsmobile. Step into the future now at your Oldsmobile dealer. Dean Witter. Dean Witter measures success one investor at a time. And by Miller Lite, official sponsor of the NFL Player of the Year Award. Miller Lite brings you the NFL's best.
Pat Summerall, John Madden at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The Giants and the Eagles. Giants 4-0, 3-0 within the division. And they could build something that would be hard to catch if they could win today. The Eagles in a situation where they must win. Although it's only week 5. Second down, Giants. Cross is the move man. Little dance in the backfield and Sin outside to make it. Giants got it back. Mark Ingram right there.
That's what the Giants were trying to do, Pat, is sneak Meggett into the backfield. See 30 here, not on a passing down, but on a regular down. This is second down. Get him where the linebacker has to cover man-to-man. They get Al Harris on him man-to-man, and they figure that Meggett can beat anyone. Of course, they don't figure at the end he's going to fumble it. But that's one of the plans that the Giants have today. Get him in the backfield on non-passing down.
Sims back to